Lesson 10. Role Status. Introduction. Role is one of the aspects of social structure. It is used to indicate the relation of individual in culture. It is used in the organization of society. Definition. According to K. Young, in every society and every group, each member has some function or activity with which he is associated and which carries with it some degree of power prestige. What the individual does or performs in his role. Jones and Gellert define role as shared norms concerning the behavior of certain persons in certain settings. Roles are always enacted by individuals. They are an aspect of social interaction. They refer to behavior which is culturally and socially defined. They have no meaning apart from social situation and outside a cultural setting, and they are associated with a pattern of behavior which society demands and expects. He is expected to keep to the left when cycling on the road, overtake another cycle only on the right, obey the traffic signals, and the like. These are expectations and demands of society, and he has learned them through social experience. Nature and functions of role. Each human being born in a society is organized, and in order to fit into it he must play a definite role. In relatively stable societies, most rules are traditional. It may be said that the social role is something which is imposed on an individual by the group. A person grows with cultural roles. The role of a son, scholar or chief is provided by society and accepted by the individual. Children are taught to respect parents and priests. Along with cultural roles, there are personal roles which are determined by the individual himself and which allow scope for individual initiative and discovery. Roles are not only determined by culture and personality but also individuals' experience in specific situation. But social rules are also greatly determined by such factors as age, sex, occupation, class and the like. For example, the role of a woman is different from the role of a man. Most of the roles in society are reciprocal, for example, parent-child, husband-wife, teacher-student, leader-follower, or employee-employer roles. Roles are interlocked to make up the larger system we call society. Each individual perceives the other individual in a definite role and adjusts his own behavior accordingly. A role may be a way of communicating, meeting certain needs, or accomplishing certain goals, organizing a relationship or resolving an awkward situation. But roles are learned and acquired through a long process of growth and development. In this process, language plays a very significant part. It helps to organize the system of responses as also the environmental factors. It is generally observed that no two persons take the same role in exactly the same way. Learning to take roles is accompanied by learning to differentiate oneself from others. Social status. The status of an individual is closely related to his role. In fact, in sociology, the two terms are used interchangeably, but there is different status in the position and degree of acceptance given to an individual by others. It is the position occupied by a person relative to the needs of society. It is the prestige value of his position. It does not necessarily mean high position, but position in the social hierarchy. Role is the activity of a person. Each individual has a status in his own community as well as in each group with which he is associated. The respect he enjoys in his society, influences with people, his standing in his job and social life are due in large part to the social roles he plays. Prestige is determined by the functions and importance of cultural roles. A leader is given more respect than a member. A president enjoys greater prestige than a secretary. High social status has been given to warriors, kings and priests in different cultures. There are persons who perform many roles and are given greater prestige. Status depends on the perceived value the person has for the role, and this value depends on those qualities which the community thinks important. Today, athletes, film stars, and musicians are as much honored as the professional peoples because those roles are very important in our culture. Kinds of status. There are two kinds of status in society. That is ascribed status and achieved status. Status is ascribed to individuals by cultural norms without any consideration of an individual's ability, strength or choice. For example, membership in a caste. Ascribed status prevents social mobility of the population. It also kills the initiative and individuality of a person. It is believed to prevent social progress. Therefore, it is against the principle of equality. A role in our culture, status is to be achieved through individual effort. So much intelligence, time, education, and hard work are essential for a successful man in the competitive struggle of today. In the choice of a mate, profession, or mode of life, there is freedom, and status is accorded not only to the successful but to those who use approved means of achieving success. Modern civilized society is tending to become an open society from class carriers, and there is a powerful tendency to accord status only on merit of performance. Roles and status has an important influence on socialization, traits, attitudes, and ideas. Summary. Role is one of the aspects of social structure. It is used to indicate the relation of individual in culture. A person grows with cultural roles. Most of the roles in society are reciprocal. Prestige is determined by the functions and importance of cultural roles. Status depends on the perceived value the person has for the role, and this value depends on those qualities which the community thinks important. There are two kinds of status in society, that is ascribed and achieved. Status is ascribed and achieved. Status is ascribed to individuals by cultural norms without any consideration of an individual's ability and strength. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe and share.